Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies at the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Factorio. Well, we've got lubricant, we've got solid fuel being made, which is pretty awesome. I worry that this is going to fill up pretty quickly, and then we won't have anything for our light oil to be consumed in. So I don't know if I need to make another one of these and have two of them making solid fuel, or just have more storage for this fuel, because it's clearly not being used up nearly as quick as the heavy oil is. If this doesn't get used up, then the regular oil can't process, because this will be full and there won't be any place for the excess light oil to be stored. I could just add storage, but I feel like that's a bit janky. And yeah, I could turn light oil into petroleum gas, but we have all of that we need for right now. So I'm really not sure exactly what I want to do. And the light oil to petroleum gas wouldn't be too difficult, because I could just run it from this line or even this line over here and do that over in this area. So if I ever need more things hooked up to petroleum gas, I could do that and hook them up over here instead of having to pile stuff into the middle over here. You might ask, why? Well, this lubricant is going to be for electric engines, and so I am going to have to get materials over here for building electric engines. And yeah, it's easier to do that in this area than to pipe the lubricant all around and stuff like that. So we'll see how it fits in the best as we go. It looks like we're not getting enough copper right now over on this side, because these are all working at full tilt here. Looks like our stone is slowing down also. Yeah, we definitely have enough ore here. Where is... Oh, that stone is being piped in, I see. I was wondering where the heck this is going, but now I don't. Lasers are done. What researches do we have backing up right now? Blue? Okay. So let's do some blue research then. Exoskeleton equipment. Sounds good to me. Yeah, so we need more copper. I don't understand how it's fallen so far behind right now, because we used to have this belt totally piled up, and it's really not going that way any longer. We could probably be rid of this, so it's not using as much, and that way more will be available for over here. We could go output right, I think is the one. Yeah, so it's all being output over here. That's not going to solve our problems though, because eventually these will need copper, and they will run out. So yeah, because these aren't getting what they need, which means these won't be getting what they need, etc. Getting more ore out isn't the answer, so I think more smelters is the only thing that we can really do. And yeah, I guess we could run it around if we got rid of this guy. Okay, everything's still connected, it seems. Wow, that was fast. We'll keep going with blues for now. Robotics sounds like a good one. That would get us towards the utility science pack, which is one that we're going to have to work on soon. I think if we're going to be expanding the copper production, we're going to need to expand the mining at the same time. Oh, we could get power armor. Let's get started on that so that we can get to this Mark II eventually. But yeah, let's start throwing down some miners on this copper here. Oh no, being attacked over here. Wow, how do they keep damaging that? Are they spitters? There must be spitters, because they've destroyed that twice now. 96. 96. That's interesting. It's not exciting, but it's interesting. Okay. Okay, so we've got it there now. We're going to be inputting coal. We'll need to input copper, too. Of course, I'll have to move this, obviously. And we'll need more long-handed inserters, but we'll get 3 going at first. Okay, bricks are stacking up to the top, but they're not doing too great on this side. I guess if they do stack up all the way back here, though, then they'll be able to only output on this belt. So that'll be positive. But yeah, now we've expanded our copper production pretty significantly, almost doubled it. So we shouldn't have any issues with that any longer. And the miners should be able to keep up, no problem. This guy doesn't have any resources anymore, which is fantastic. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Let's just put like 2 of these in there. Is that going to be enough? Now it burns down pretty fast. How much is left? 75? Alright. We'll just put the stack, and then whenever we pick that up, we'll collect it all back again. It'll be no problem. That guy's down to 412. That's good. It's not 420, but it's okay. It'll have to do for now. Yeah, this is starting to pick up already. These are all getting what they need for now. This is going to start backing up again. Magnificent. Okay. I had no idea that copper would be a problem right after iron, but lo and behold it was. And we are out of blue, so it's time to get back to military research, which is starting to really stack up. Also positive. We have a decent amount of bullets in our inventory. We need to go put a gun back down over here. We may have to double up our guns in this specific area just so that... Oh, pipe. Just so that we don't have to worry about this quite so much, because that's pretty frustrating, I'd say. Yeah, let's do something like this. We'll repair the walls. We can add walls to this guy. Yeah, they couldn't have gotten through, so they have to have spitters that are hitting these. And that's a bit frustrating, but what can you do? Let's find out what can we do. Flamethrower I don't think is going to help us. Didn't I research lasers? Oh, I have a rocket launcher I could make. That sounds pretty fun. Yeah, we do already have the submachine gun, so that's good. Let's swap these over, actually, to make room. And then I think we may go with a rocket launcher and maybe a flamethrower even. But I'll have to make fuel, yeah. Which requires crude oil and steel plates. Made in a chemical plant. That's going to be complicated. I'll wait on that. Explosives, electronic circuits, and iron. That's also complicated because we would have to export the explosives over around into this area. What else was it? These are coming this way, but they're all being used up as fast as I can produce them. Which kind of makes me think we don't need this assembler at all. Oh, I didn't think about that. This guy needs these? Yeah, we definitely want to get rid of this assembler then. Oh, I shouldn't have done it that way. Always take the inserters first, I'd say. Oh, where was the sulfur going? To these guys? Yeah, you can have some extra sulfur. Merry Christmas. Here, have some copper cables. Here. Have some iron sticks. You deserve it. For all your hard work. What am I doing? What am I doing, folks? We've got all of these produced, so now I just have to wait and see what the next one requires. Oh, here we go. Laser turrets. Okay, I haven't actually researched these yet. I thought I had, but it appears not. Uranium. Where was the one that would lead us to yellow? Here we go. Utility science pack. So we still need this light or low density structure. We can't research blues right now though, because we don't have them stacking up at the moment. In fact, I probably ought to switch off of power armor onto something that requires black. Follower robot. Weapon shooting speed would be good. We'll get that started. And use up the blacks, let some of the blue stack up again. Oh, how are we doing on electricity? Good. We're doing fantastic, actually. We've got plenty produced. Our accumulator charge stays full. I may check again at night and see if we're using any accumulator energy. Yeah, that's going to fill up in no time. I may just have a second chest here. Just have them constantly moving instead of double production. But then again, this light oil is not being used up. I've already got 3 storage tanks, so I think I am going to be super janky and just place a couple more here so that it can kind of balance out and have space. Because yeah, the heavy oil is being used up like crazy for the lubricant. But that's fine. I don't know what we need for the yellow science, so I don't know what production we need to start on next. I guess we'll go ahead and make the rocket launcher. And then I'll think about how we need to put together rockets. What would be the best way to do that? Okay, for some reason our weapon shooting speed isn't researching very quickly now either. We have military research. Oh yeah, all of the labs are working. It's just a super slow research, I guess. That's incredible. Now we have all of the science packs that we need. Okay, yeah, stone is starting to come over here as it's needed. So that'll help with that too. Yeah, because these walls are starting to back up. So science is coming out as fast as it can. Oh, it automatically put it in the slot here. Rocket launcher, range 36. Wow. 1 plus 0.5 seconds. 10 plus 5 seconds. I'm not sure what that means. It's fine though. Alright, so yeah, rockets, iron plates, explosives, and electronic circuits. So I can't build them just because I don't have explosives in my pockets. So I could build them manually myself and not have to worry about a production line for them. I think I may do that. At least for now. Don't worry, I'm not making all of these into rockets, but I do want a lot of rockets. I don't know what a stack of rockets is, maybe 50? And we can see there's no electricity jumping on these, which I think when they're fully charged, they do. Well, it says 5 of 5. And it's starting to become day now, so these are gonna ramp up again. Huh, interesting. I was also thinking too, if I really ramp up the production of solid fuels, I could use this as a replacement for coal. I don't know how much longer the coal has to survive. I've already forgotten the train trek. Oh yeah, it's this side first, and now we gotta go to this side. Whoop, whoop. Dang it. I love these trees. I don't know if it's the pink leaves or the gigantic trunks, but they're very cool. Not usually a big fan of pink, but... Oh, and I was actually going to check on the coal. Good grief. My head's just not in it today, folks. Sorry. Usually a bit better than this. Okay, is this guy out? He is. So we'll take him. These guys are all working. Working. Good. This one only has 150 left. So yeah, our coal will be used up before we know it. Whether it seems like it or not, it's true. I'm amazed at how many of these are all working at once, though, too. It's kind of interesting. Alright. I have a few things queued up. Crafting to help us out with the iron production and stuff. But until then, let's say that we get our revenge on these filthy creatures that keep attacking us. Look at them. Sitting there all high and mighty with their bugliness. Oh yeah, there are spitters amongst them. There he is. I let off of spacebar for some reason there. Okay, and I would be silly to not use the rocket launcher here. Good. For one guy. Totally worth it. Nice. Oh, it actually shoots pretty quickly. I don't have any armor on right now. Oh, I really thought it would kill him once it got launched out there. Yeah, problem solved. Bugs destroyed. That's not bad at all. We barely used one magazine, and we used, what, 7 rockets? Easy peasy. Man, that's a lot better than just running in and shooting things with bullets. Launching rockets makes everything easier. Oh, the train is finally empty? That's amazing. I didn't think it would ever empty out. We're not using enough oil. Now it's full. Yeah, so I'm back and forth in my head if it's even feasible to produce enough of this, because if you look, we've got all these inserters pulling in coal, right? And these inserters also pulling in coal. So to even be able to produce enough for this would be a challenge, much less for the furnaces and stuff. But if I was only providing for this, that would reduce our coal consumption to a point that would be pretty acceptable, I think. So I am strongly considering ramping up the production of solid fuel. I think we may. Oh, I've got 1,000 things queued up to craft right now, though, so it won't happen until at the earliest the end of the episode. Let's do, though, come over here. Where am I going? I'm trying to get to the iron. It's complicated. Okay, so we don't want the train sitting here for too long, right? Oops. That's not going to work. There. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up with the train currently. So my idea was to use stack inserters. I think we did this in my last playthrough. So this will unload the train at an alarming rate. And we'll do the same for loading the train down at the iron mining area, facility, place, whatever. You can see how long it takes to produce these things, because we have to make all of these cables, these circuits, the advanced circuits, and on we go. You can see how fast it unloads, though. If we click on this, can we see them? Yeah. So it's unloading, what, 8 at a time? Which I never considered 8 to be a stack, but it's still faster than these can unload, right? Because they're unloading at 1 at a time. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. And I've got them backwards. Ha 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 ha. Override stack size? 4? Can I have them unload 50 at a time? I don't think so. Let's see if I can replace them like this. Yes, I can. Beautiful. Oh, that's so much faster than having to pick them all up at once. Or all up individually. Alright, so that's done then. And I was making a substation, yeah. Because we have a couple of miners that aren't powered down here. And then I wouldn't mind making some more miners to work around here. Low on iron again. Oh man, weapon shooting speed 4 is finally finished. A low-density structure is what we need to get to the utility science pack. I feel like we have to research this, regardless of what research we have stored up. I'll take a look when I get up there. And I'm thinking about getting rid of these cliffs, too, so I can drive on this side of the tracks all the way down. Do I still have some explosives? I do. Wonderful. I don't know what the radius is. Let's see. Oh, not quite. Okay. Can we get rid of all of this in one go? Yes, we do. Magical. I love those things. I can make some more, can't I? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, our coal situation may become dire sooner than I think. So I think I'm going to have to ramp up my solid fuel production quite a bit. Whoa. Oh man, a lot of manual construction in this episode. So a lot of cuts. That's fine with me though. Because we're making a lot of progress at the same time. Please? Good. Okay. The only problem is the medium power pole may not reach... Oh, it does. Oh, beautiful. That's more than I could have ever asked for. Okay, and then I made these guys so that we could connect up. Like that. And we can just go pop, pop. And these are connected up too. So you'll be making solid fuel as well. And you. And then I made enough boxes for everybody. Where does this reach to? I can't remember. I think it has to come down one. Yeah, it did. There. So now we'll see how our light oil holds up at this point. I might even be able to get rid of these two after a while, but that only... It all depends on if they empty out a little bit. I'm not sure. I wish there was a way that I could, like, turn this off. Not connected to the circuits. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, no more input or whatever. Just have them outputting. I don't see any good way to do that, though, because I've connected them directly up to these tanks. If I had pipes between them, then I could just sever the pipes, connect these up over to, like, this one, and wait for them to entirely empty out. But at this point, I don't think there's any good way for me to do that, since I've hooked them up this way. I also wonder, too, if the output of light oil is higher than heavy oil. Right? Is there any way to investigate that? Like, what is this? Yeah, it is. Products 25 to 45 light oil. So it's almost twice. That's why it's so much more full than the heavy oil is. So it's not bad to have this extra storage here because the output is higher anyway. In fact, I could get away with another tank, maybe two even. Just have this middle one by itself. And that would be comparable to the storage that we have available for the heavy oil. But I think with this sort of output, we shouldn't have to worry about it. I feel like we're not defended on this side, and if these guys attack, they may not attack head on. They might even go around the water or something and around to the top, and then all of this stuff is exposed and able to be attacked. These guys, on the other hand, who are the more likely to attack, well, not really. The pollution has reached both of these guys too. They might come up here for the coal, but that's pretty much a direct shot. These guys, I'm not worried about because the pollution's not even close to them. These guys ought to attack around this area, which is decently defended. I could close this gap right here, but I may want to build something in here eventually. Not sure. But yeah, definitely closing up this a little bit better for defensive, because these guys too could come down and attack from the top, and that's almost entirely undefended. So let's go work on that a little bit. That may have to be it for the episode too. We'll see how it goes though. It's a very small driveway to get into, but I could even just stop the car right out here, I guess. And yeah, barely had enough walls to connect up this top bit. I don't know about this side here. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't bring enough bullets either, I don't think. Only got 125 left, is that true? I thought I had 2 stacks and 125. Oh well. I didn't mean to do that. I'll bring some back for this guy, because I know I have some in storage. But yeah, miners now. Yeah, we're getting to where we are starting to test the limits of our power production right now. I'm building even more miners to pile in here so that we don't have to come back down here to manage it. It's just all going to be mining constantly. We've got a little bit of a space out here that can't be reached right here. I might try to clean that up with like a medium power pole or so. Will that reach? Yeah, that would just reach if I placed it on there. Alternatively, I could do a big power pole and just place it out on the edge where it only mines what it needs to, you know. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think 5 is going to do it, actually. I think I may need 10. Oh, kind of annoying because there's one piece right here that's not actually being mined. I imagine it's a pretty dense deposit. Yeah, 254. I'm tempted to put a burner drill on there, but I don't think I will for now. And then this will have to be cleaned up in the future. There's also one strip of ore right here that's not being mined underneath this belt. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire deposit covered. There's this strip out here too that I'll eventually get to. There's a couple of pieces here that aren't getting mined. But overall, this is about the best that I can do for right now. And we won't have to come down here again to check on it. I'll come down to put bullets in this one as well. And then that'll be the last time we have to visit, unless something gets destroyed by an attack. Okay, I'm going to do something really janky, so don't go crazy. This is going to get a little weird.
This will feel a little weird.
Okay, he's going to output here. We'll actually have a long-handed inserter outputting here. There we go. And then we're going to go a little bit crazy with this. You're going to output here. You're going to output here. Right, so we can empty out the... Oh, it's already going all wrong. It's fine. I'll figure it out in a second. That one's outputting already. So we've got this here, here. Yeah. So this is fine. I just need to have these guys here. Oh man, okay. Now we're getting it. Let's go here. No. Why did you turn around? Oh, because I did it backwards. I can't replace it. I had to totally destroy it. Okay. Okay, it's still putting out last, is what I'm trying to say. Is that going to work if I just go straight around? No. Okay. Something in my brain told me that it wouldn't work, but I didn't listen. Yeah, we actually have to go one over in order to get that to work properly. Okay. And then that's actually coming out double, which doesn't really work, but it's okay. Yeah, let's run this along so we can try to empty some things out. We actually need this to go up and around. I'm going to pick up a lot of coal this way, but I'll find a place for it. Don't worry. I'm actually going to remove the splitter here, and then we'll continue this running down. Okay, so now that's all linked up. Once the coal is gone, it'll be replaced with solid fuel, and then we can remove this belt all the way back to base. Okay, inventory full. So I'll just go to every furnace in a row and start loading it up with coal. And the last place that we need coal at is right here. Never mind. It's right here, as a matter of fact. I didn't think about the grenades, but they totally do need coal. Oh, you know what I just thought, too? Do explosives need coal? Did I mess that up? I did. Because I don't think they can use solid fuel. That has to have coal. Well, I'm not producing explosives right now, so I'll solve that problem in the future. Also, these guys will only take the solid fuel once it's down here, so I might as well take the outside edge of this coal here all out, and then the solid fuel can flow. Let's see. It's only coming in on the one side still, which annoys the heck out of me. I thought I had it solved where it wouldn't do that. I guess what we could do then is just replace this with a regular belt. Take this away. Yeah, I'm actually a lot less worried about my production than I was before. This guy's still using coal, but all the rest of these are using solid fuel. And I may be able to direct the solid fuel over to the base and start using that in the furnaces and stuff. Except for the places that need coal, which is the grenades. Yeah, so we've upgraded to oil power instead of simply coal. We're producing a lot more than we can output as well, which is interesting. Do I have room for what's in here? No, probably not. What about this one? Maybe. Nope, not quite. Yeah, so that's way more solid fuel than we need to run our power, which is fantastic. I really didn't think that that would be the case, but it is. We'll throw down a couple more accumulators here. We could even put more along this path, which is fine by me. I'll find another place for them. But yeah, very encouraging. I'm glad that we could do that. That's it for this episode, though. Man. I'll try to figure out a way to get this going to some of the other furnaces and stuff, because this will be handy when we run low on coal. Then I have to guarantee that we have access to oil and stuff, which is going to be another problem altogether. Perfect. Low density structure is finished. That's great. I was going to go on to this, but we need to use up military research instead. So we'll go with this, since it's the only one that doesn't use chemical research as well. Then we'll probably do lab research speed next and go from there. That's it for this episode, though. If you want to catch another one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description, and feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you so much for all the time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.